Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Michael, and welcome back to The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, episode 7? Question mark. I believe it's 7. In the last episode, we met with Emperor Emhyr var Emreis, the Emperor of the Nilfgaardian Kingdom, and he made us shave our beard, which I'm grumpy about. And he made us change into these clothes, which are whatever. And we also... Ooh. I'm gonna read that. We also learned that our sort of ward, Cirilla, or Ciri, is now possibly back. And Yennefer can't use her magic to find her anymore, so the best tracker in the lands needs to be brought in. So, if I remember rightly, in the last episode we were told if we wanted to learn about affairs in the kingdom, we can talk to this guy.
Ambassador var Attre, Yennefer suggested I ask you about current events, the war and so on.
Of course. The Emperor's servants should keep no secrets from each other. If you will, let us approach the map.
So we're going to learn about what's been happening in between the two games.
How's the war going? I mean, apart from the fact that Nilfgaard's triumph is imminent.
I assume this to be a private conversation. We've no witnesses, so let's dispense with the propaganda, even that shrouded in irony. Our offensive was going splendidly until winter came. Aedirn was in such disarray that we encountered no resistance. We had reached the Pontar before the first snows. Only a weakened Kaedwen remained, and Radovid's Redania, which had ignored the rest of the North's pleas for help. We thought they'd sue for peace, perhaps even submit to vassalization. We waited for spring, certain of victory.
Radovid? Submit?
Yes, a vain hope, I agree. Radovid sent no peace envoy, nor did he advance on our positions. Instead, he trudged over the snow-bound Kestrel Mountains and attacked Kaedwen, his ally. This attack took the Kaedweni by surprise. They were still mourning the loss of their king. Rudderless and dejected, they laid down their arms after a few lost skirmishes and joined Radovid. And so by spring, instead of two weak enemies, we had only one powerful one.
It's not a bad strategy.
That admiration I hear in your voice?
Radovid is our foe, but I cannot deny he is clever. He played us for fools, particularly dense ones at that. Returning to the war, this spring there was a massive battle in the marshes of Velen. Massive, yet indecisive. Both sides suffered enormous losses, unprecedented even. Radovid has retreated across the Pontar. He's safe for now, until reinforcements arrive from the south. Then Emperor Emhyr var Emreis will deal with him once and for all.
Couldn't you just go home? Save everyone a lot of marching, not to mention a few human lives.
I'm afraid the stakes are too high to fold now. We can only go all in.
How do things look in Velen?
As bad as ever, perhaps worse. This land never flowed with milk and honey, and now it flows with blood. Armies have swept through it several times, trampling fields, looting granaries, burning villages. Famine grips the populace.
So how's ruling that earthly paradise going for you?
Not well, to be honest. Our forces are spread thin as it is, and Velen is chiefly swampy forests that are difficult to control. We've had several patrols never return to their camps. Thus, we've temporarily delegated authority in this region to a certain Nordling, a former low-ranking officer in the Temerian army, one Philip Strenger, better known by his nom de guerre, the Bloody Baron. I advise you well. Avoid him.
Not likely. I do love how cinematic this game is. Like, it's got fantastic action bits, and then it's also got, like, these scenes, which I really love it. It's a very cinematic game. It has a good blend of a lot of different things.
Any news from Novigrad? Is the free city still free?
Yes, although everyone knows this won't last. Radovid is in Oxenfurt, and the Emperor is here in Vizima, at Novigrad's doorstep, both. And both require coin and ships. Novigrad can provide these. Which is why the mood in the city is rather, well, on edge.
Meaning?
How do men deal with fear? They seek reassurance and scapegoats. The Church of the Eternal Fire understands this perfectly, and so it promises to improve the lives of its flock by pointing out the guilty. Who started the war? Who profits from it? Why, it's obvious. Mages, elves, dwarves, in a word, any and all deviants. I've been stationed in Novigrad for 13 years. First as a consul, then as ambassador. I've seen a great deal. Cruelty, cynicism, greed. But what is happening there now concerns me greatly.
What's new in Skellige?
Nothing. The islanders pride themselves on that, don't they? Doing everything according to tradition, as their forefathers did. And like their forefathers, they quarrel with each other, pillage, occasionally attack our transports. This is cumbersome, but nothing more. Skellige has always been a footnote to history, and so it shall remain.
Sound awfully confident. What if King Bran manages to unite the Jarls? Lead all the clans against your fleet?
King Bran is a feeble old man. From what I know, he barely remembers the names of his own vassals. Uniting all might prove difficult.
Thanks for your help.
Think nothing of it. May the great sun light your path.
Oh!
Sorry. So that's interesting. Now we know a little bit more about the war and how everything's going. Maybe we can actually get out of these goddamn clothes. That's a big door he opened without much effort.
How might I serve the gentleman?
By returning my things.
Citrus and cloves. The fragrance will keep the gentleman's robes fresh somewhat longer.
Thanks, bunches.
The Emperor is not known for his patience. He wants his daughter back safe and sound, as soon as possible.
Yeah, mentioned something of the sort. So long.
Alright, first things first. Inventory. That's better. Got my armor back.
Non-humans.
So, the quest claims that I should travel to Velen, but what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to travel back to White Orchard, and I'm going to basically explore and clear out all of the, like, question mark areas, because there's a bunch of places of power and, like, all sorts of different things I can find there, and I'm going to try to do all of them and then just completely clear that out, and I'll come out much more powerful for it.
Wouldn't mind a few rounds of cards.
If I remember rightly, this guy's fairly difficult. I remember I have played this guy in the past, and he is not a pushover. I am going to get rid of this guy, though, in exchange for this guy. Yeah, my deck's not great, but the only way to improve it is by playing. But I don't know, I remember playing this guy in my first playthrough, and I think I played him once, and he was really difficult. But maybe that's just my inexperience in the game. I've got a spy. That could be useless, useful, rather. Not useless. Let's get rid of vest. Oh, I got that. Let's get rid of that and see if we can... I did slightly improve what I've got here. I hope he plays a spy. That would be super useful. Have a spy. Oh, that wasn't great. Interesting. I don't have snow. Kind of hoping he'd pass immediately when I gave him a spy. They have a tendency to do that. When you give them a powerful spy like Stennis, then occasionally they just pass, like right away. Okay. That's an amazing card. Okay. Is he just showing off, like, hey, look what I have? Alright, so I win this round. Let's see if I can hold this lead. Got decent cards in my hand, but I don't know if it'll be enough. That helps. That helps significantly. Might be able to beat this guy. So we'll play the medic last in case he has a scorch or something, because that could end poorly. Okay, there's that. He had a hero card. Which probably means if I beat him, I'll get that hero card. What is with these 10s? Thank God I've got some fog. Because he's playing ranged. Letho. Okay, he's just been saving a ton of hero cards. I don't know about this one, guys. This... that's gonna be a 1. Let's play this guy because he's melee. Keeps me out of the fog. See, I was hoping he'd play Clearweather. Because then here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to decoy my medic, forcing him to play his last card. Hoping he passes, to be honest. Commander's Horn! Oh no! Okay. So here's what we do. We play the medic again and bring Death Mold back. Not that it's gonna matter, because I'm going to play this and pray. Oh, it put us in the lead! Yes! We beat this guy with our crappy deck. Victory! We barely beat him. What did we get?
I saw you.
Oh, we got a new full test card. That's interesting. Which full test card did we get? Doubles the strength of all your siege units. So basically a commander's horn for your last row. I think there's a character later in the game that we'll probably run into that plays that full test against you. So, as I said, we're going to, as much as it says travel to Velen, we're going to go to White Orchard and explore and try to improve our... we're going to level up a bit, we're going to just get better. Because there's a lot of these question marks around, and at the level I'm at now, I can do pretty much all of them. Even these two. And then with that, we might be able to get Like the serpentine swords,
Geralt
some
and Yennefer
viper
were
gear.
reunited.
That'd be helpful.
But something even more important happened in Vizima. Geralt learned that Cirilla, his one-time ward, had returned from afar, and she was in danger. He was to find her, at the Emperor's command and Yennefer's behest.
Yeah, we'll just explore and we'll completely clear out White Orchard so that we don't really have to come back here. White Orchard's sort of the tutorial area, and there's a lot of really good things you can find, and you can actually come out of here with quite a few recipes for potions and whatnot. So I might as well clear this place out while I'm here, and I just noticed I have a level up. Go over to character menu. Put a point here. And then I'm probably going to raise both of these to 3, so that I can then jump into the active shield Quen. Because I feel like playing on the hard difficulty, Quen might be prudent. Quen might be something we use often. Quen and Igni might be my go-to on this. Whoops. Quen and Igni might be my go-to signs for this playthrough. I say while Ard is currently equipped. Let's put Igni up. Or, that's Quen. Yeah, the second row of the magic level ups always slightly alter. I see drowners. They slightly alter. They give you an alternate way to cast your spells, which is really helpful. In the case of Quen, you can hold sort of a sphere, and if you are hit while holding this sphere, you recover health, which is really helpful. I see drowners, so I threw some necrophage oil on, and I'm gonna pop Quen. Throw some Igni down. Oh, I haven't played in a while. Getting back into the swing of it. Woo! Missed it. I played Quen right as that guy hit me, so I didn't take damage. Nice to see that I'm getting back into the rhythm. It's slightly more difficult. I am playing a game on the side, so as well as my Let's Play, I am kind of, sort of playing a game on the side, seeing where some stuff is on normal difficulty. And so whenever I jump back to this, it's always a little bit odd at first. See, all of these, like, question marks that lead to treasure have a tendency to have recipes in them, and I actually found a saddle. Just a generic saddle, same one I've got, so it's not actually that helpful. But I got a few recipe, or I got a recipe, and then I got how to make a few bolts. So what is rubido? Is that an alchemy substance? It is. Wow, that's a formula. Nothing in here that's really complicated to get, though. White gall can be a pain, but nothing in there that's really complicated to get. Sometimes for the more advanced alchemy potions, you need to basically craft ingredients. So you gotta find flowers and then mix that into another ingredient, and then use those ingredients to make what you're looking for. It can be a little bit tricky, because then you gotta get all the recipes. I guess we'll do this. Just clear out this bottom area. Picking up flowers as we go. I'm gonna meditate. There we go. I thought meditating brought your health back. I could have sworn that was something. Like if you meditated, you got full health again. I'm gonna try that again. Maybe I have to meditate for longer. I could have sworn. Oh, maybe they changed that. Because I remember there was a lot of people who managed to find a way to, like, meditate in combat, which is amusing. I could have sworn meditating brought your health back. They must have changed that. Hello, peasantry. I'm going the wrong way. I've just noticed I'm going to the marker and not to the homemade marker. Homemade? Self-made. Hand-placed.
Come on.
And you can now see on the horse the saddlebags that I have acquired are now visually on the horse. And you, over the course of Let's Play, will be upgrading the saddle bags, and we'll even probably get blinders at some point. So the horse itself will never change, we'll keep Roach, but we'll be able to upgrade him a little bit. That's a bear. Alright, looks like we're fighting a bear. He's attacking my horse. Get away from Roach. So this bear is actually guarding a place of power. And I don't think we've run into those in the Let's Plays, and which is good, and I'll be able to explain what they do. The places of power are really important, and that's why I came back to White Orchard, so that I can run into a bunch of them. I should not be fighting a bear. It's got fur, so Igni might be fun. That didn't really work at all. Let's try Ard. Oh, that worked. Give it a stun. Yeah, you can't learn a creature's weakness until after you have beaten one, and so this will be the first bear we run into in the Let's Play. Ow. Why don't I have Quen active? That needs to change. I need to activate Quen. Whoops. There we go. This is going well. That's what happens when you fight creatures significantly higher level than you. There we go. That's a dead bear. We get bear hide and bear fat. But now if we check our bestiary, bears get added, so we can find out that they're vulnerable to Quen, apparently. And they're weak to beast oil. Well, that makes sense.
Medallion's humming.
So this is what we came here for in the first place. So Place of Power, basically what it does is it gives you, if you meditate at one, so you draw power from it, it gives you a temporary buff to one of your signs, which you can come back and do over and over again. After a while this will get charged again, and I can rebuff my Yrden. But the first time you find one, it actually gives you a character point. Doesn't level you up, so you don't get like the health buff, but it gives you a character point, which is really, really useful. So I'm gonna upgrade Quen. As I said earlier, I use a lot of magic. Magic and alchemy tend to be what I pour a lot of my points into. I will put some points into combat, but mostly just like the increase critical chance and increase just the base damage I do. Those are the important parts. Damage with the quick attacks, because that's what I tend to use more. I only use the heavy attacks when I really have an opening. Carry on. Probably do a few more question marks here before the episode wraps up, and then the entire next episode, and maybe, but hopefully not, the episode after that will be So, like, the next few little episodes here will just be clearing out White Orchard. Like, I'm just gonna completely empty this area of stuff. Hello to anyone who is joining and watching on Twitch. Feel free to leave a comment if there's advice you'd like to give or questions you'd like to ask. Another place of power. This one appears to be Quen. That's another ability point for us. Inventory. Why am I going to inventory? I need to go to my map. Go to this spot. If my memory is correct, this is a bandit camp. So I'm gonna need this. And if I am going into a bandit camp, I might want to upgrade my Quen now. And then this upgrades my Axii, which I don't really use that much in combat. I use the puppets sometimes, but the reason I'm picking these is because those Axii conversation moments you can have, the ones that let you sort of Jedi mind trick people, this lets you do more advanced ones. So once this hits level 3, you will never fail your Axii. Which, as you can, your conversational Axii, which, as you can imagine, is really, really helpful. So, carrying on, I can see enemies on the map. Level 1 deserters. Oh, he's an archer.
Come on, come closer.
I got stunned there for a moment. Oh! And he's gone. So let's loot them for all they've got. Oh, he had Fizztech. I explained Fizztech in an earlier episode, but if you missed it, Fizztech is sort of like a made-up illegal narcotic. It's basically drugs. It's this game's equivalent to something like, oh, what's that drug called in Skyrim? Skooma, that's what it is. In the Elder Scrolls. I got a Catachan decoction. I don't remember what that does. Catachans are fun, though. World map. So that's all for this, like, down here area. So let's go to that bridge. Yeah, plus doing this gives you a good idea of what all these question marks on the map could entail. Like, I think there's at least one of everything, for the most part.
Place of power. Should draw from it.
Oh, I got that one already. But see, that one's recharged, so I could get my Quen buff, if I would like. But my Quen buff still has like 28 minutes on it, so I think I'm fine for now. It was out at this bridge.
Faster.
I believe it's on this side of the bridge, because I often get this wrong. Yeah, it's a smuggler's cache. So this is where smugglers store some of their goods to hide it from the law. Some elemental essence. But I found it, and I could use this stuff way more than smugglers can. What do smugglers need lunar shards for? So I will go to the world map. Let's find another one. Oh, there's one right here. Perfect. Let's hope there's not a bear. again. I don't think there is. I think that's the only bear I've ever run into in White Orchard. Looks like humans. Ow! I got shot. I got shot again. Get rid of that archer. Or at least make him draw his sword. Oh! I really got rid of him. Oh crap, I need to meditate. So that I can get my potions back. Someone's shooting at me again. That's another combat perk I may pick up, is the ability to block incoming arrows. Ah, my sword is damaged. I'm gonna have to repair that soon. Yes, this game, I don't know if we've run into it yet, this game has item deterioration, so your weapons and equipment will... There we go. Your weapons and equipment will deteriorate with use, and you have to keep them maintained either with equipment that you can yourself carry, or by going to a blacksmith. A ham sandwich. Awesome. See? A potion, and another type of bolt, and an Igniglyph, which could be useful. See? This is absolutely worth it. You don't want to just run off in the main plot, or you'll miss you can miss some incredibly useful gear. So that's going to be it for this episode. If you're watching on Twitch, you can just hold on for about 15 seconds and the next episode will begin. If you're watching on YouTube, you're going to have to wait until tomorrow, unless you're watching an old playlist. You can check the playlist out on YouTube. I will be posting one episode every single day. But if you're watching on Twitch, just hold on a moment and I'll be right back. Thank you for watching. As always, leave a like or a comment if you'd like to let me know what you think, and see you next time.